You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Xion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look, Dark people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Simian pests.
You're up!
feel you where you stand. Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Form! Talon Hurricane!
Raging
Here it comes! You're mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Sword Rain Alpha!
Bubbling to me!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Hey!
Shut him down!
You're mine!
It's too much!
Dragon Form!
Now!
Talon Form!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Benediction light.
Raging storm!
Split it up!
Be my guest!
My astral dance in the wind!
Smash you! Dragon Form!
Air thrust!
Eat this! Here we go again! Sword Rain Alpha! Talon Form! It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Take this!
Blow away! Dragon Form! Sword Rain Alpha!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Take this! I'm on here! Finish! Talon
I'll
Hurricane!
be saving this one!
Eagle Fly! Grab this!
Hard steel!
I'm on it!
Not on my watch!
Dragon Form! Do it! I'll grind you to dust!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not! Shion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Okay.
Why?
Ugh. Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the... apex predator of these waters? Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight. It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Let's see what you've got.
Astral energy!
Dragon Swarm! Swordling Alpha! You're mine!
If they rush you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Rolling snap! Take this!
Leave the target up to me! Far enough!
This one's all mine! Eat dirt! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
Halloween!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Eat this! Talon Hurricane!
Bringing you apart! Resonate with the earth!
Swordling Alpha!
Now!
Megasonic Flux!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Bang!
Looks like we won.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Here I come! First
Can't get out of this!
Finish! happen! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here goes! Are those arms even natural?
Mega Sonic Thrust! Dragon Roar!
Rending you apart!
Take this!
Bloody hell!
It's over! You picked the wrong fight!
Now I'm in! Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Swarm! Go me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Light astral energy!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the puzzle is to me!
Energy!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging cascade!
I can handle it.
Spread!
Far enough.
Dance to the wind! Air thrust!
Double Demon Fang!
Light.
You're mine! It's over!
You require a hand.
Can't get out of this!
Tempest Blow!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menin. See myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best.
No holding back!
You're mine!
This will be a piece of cake! Freaking does it!
Dragon Swarm!
Begin!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! Thanks! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
I can
Get
carve
behind
through
me.
what's
Got
this!
it! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Swarm!
Catapult!
Here I come!
Eat this!
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Dragon Swarm!
Now or never! Take this! It was nice while it lasted.
Photon Flash!
Severing Wind!
Eat this!
You're on!
Raging Storm!
In an instant! Impact Block!
Benediction light.
Dance in the wind!
Thanks!
Sleep now. More for the stockpile.
I'll grind you into dust! I'm on it!
Wait, now! Where was that
Sword Rain Alpha!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! There's always room for improvement.
Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
There it is. That's our target.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
It's over!
Seismic rupture!
Far enough!
Radiant Whip!
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Here!
I'm on a roll!
Do it! You're mine!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Right! Move escape! Dragon Swarm!
Now! Eagle Fly! Let's refrain from losing.
like this should be easy.
Resonate with the earth.
You're finished!
Not in your dreams!
First strike! Here I come! It's over!
Eagle down!
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
Here and now!
This should do it! Take this! You're finished!
Can you take it?
Dragon Swarm! I have no limit!
Sleep now.
Dragon
Now
Swarm!
you see what I can do!
Here! Not a chance! This one's all mine!
Resonate with the earth. Yeah,
You picked
I'll
the
be
wrong
okay.
fight! Dragon Swarm! Here I come! You're finished!
What you through?
Megasonic Thrust!
Air thrust!
Double Demon Fang!
Eat this! Elusive deity! Rotating
Dragon Swarm!
I'll face you!
Megasonic Thrust!
Benediction light.
Dragon Swarm!
Here goes! Not on my watch!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Elusive deity!
Raging
Take this!
Rotating
Storm!
pile driver!
You're
Roll
finished!
it back!
Double Demon Fang!
Now we'll have
Tempest Whirl!
You picked the wrong fight!
Tempest!
You're mine!
Light Escalade!
Dragon Swarm!
Bathed in blood. Bloody hell. We can really make weapons with this?
Little help!
You're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
It's over!
Can't get out of this!
Dragon Swarm!
Solid hurricane!
Tornado Alpha! Double Demon Fang!
This one.
Roll it back! Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Tempest Whirl!
Take this!
Leave the hurricane! Eagle Guard!
Rupture!
Do it!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
You're
Eat
mine!
this! I'm on a roll now!
Bloody Glimmer
Sword
Blade!
Rain Alpha!
Rending you
Not on
apart!
my watch!
Bloody howling! Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Severing Wind!
I'm ready!
Piss off! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Could have been worse.
No choice! Get! Eat dirt!
Right! No armor being interrupted. On the way! Benediction light. Armor won't save you!
You're mine!
Lightning Orb! Dance in the wind!
I'll stop its charge!
Feel! Thanks, Kisara!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Heal!
Now!
Talon hurricane! Eagle, come on a roll
this.
now!
You're finished!
Tempest!
Tempest Whirl!
Dragon Swarm!
Deity! Hitting
Ready to
fire!
go!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Like focus!
Denied!
Dragon Swarm! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
What is it, Hoodle? You want to go back?
Animal intuition, perhaps?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
An opponent like this should be easy. You're finished! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Double Demon Fang! Lilith Kick! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Not a chance! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll smash you!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Talon
Raging Storm!
Take care!
Take
Dragon
that!
Swarm!
Ice
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
There.
Ow! You're mine!
Can't get out of this!
You picked the wrong fight!
Dance on the wind!
You're mine! You're
Blood.
finished!
Rending you apart! Bloody hell!
Their incantation ruined. I've used too much.
I owe you one. Here I come! You're finished!
Eat this! Elusive
Double
demon!
demon! I'm not done!
I
Sword
will
Rain Alpha!
In here!
Too much.
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Now! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
That's enough!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take this! I'll smash you!
Sealed!
Dragon
Now!
Swarm! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing.
What's this thing?
Ow! You're mine!
Not on my watch!
It's over! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong...
I can handle it!
Dragon
Supernova! Light acid in the wind!
It's over!
Air thrust! Light acid
Can't get out of this!
You're mine!
Here!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Eat this!
You're
tear you
hit
apart!
hard!
I'm
Dragon
just
Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Now! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Dance in the
Elusive
wind!
deity!
Air thrust!
Eagle Ray!
Dance in the wind!
Carve through
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
That turned out good, if I do say so myself.
Through! It's over! Eat dirt!
Talon Hurricane!
Dragon
Stop! Rip and tear!
Here I go! First cut!
Bloody Ready for
Resonate with
Sword
the
Lane Alpha! Take this!
Take this!
Feel, not in your dreams.
Dragon Swarm!
Far enough!
Dragon!
Blow away!
Dragon Sonic Thrust!
Feel,
Double Demon
now.
Fang!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Now! Here I come!
Sleep now.
Allow me to help
More
you.
for the stuff.
Don't get complacent.
Coming through!
Here I come!
Lightning condemn.
You're finished!
What?
Try harder! Now! Take this! Dragon Swarm! It's on!
Here goes.
You picked the wrong fight!
Here goes.
Double Demon Fang! Sword Lane Alpha!
Storm!
Take this!
Anything in armor is all mine!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Never again! can't get out of this!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn! I'm not done! Heal!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Ow! No escape! Try harder! Dragon
Charge like that could easily be fatal. Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Eat dirt! Rotating pile! Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind!
Sword
Feel!
Dragon Swarm!
War for the sun!
Megasonic
Feel!
Thrust!
Confiscated!
Sword Rain Alpha! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Now! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Megasonic Thrust! Shattering!
Attack time! Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
In here!
I'll blind you into dust! Sword Rain!
Nothing gets by me.
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm practically unstoppable. What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, You said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Well, yeah, but still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
That's what we're going to climb?
The village...
Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Opponent like this should be easy.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning Orb!
You picked the wrong fight!
It's a duel of the arts!
Alpha!
Denied! Here!
It's over!
I'll be saving this one!
I'll face you.
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! We
The
work
enemy
well
wields
together.
arcs like a finely timed blade.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm getting wildfire.
No escape! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Tear him up! Smash you!
Pit all in order. Sword Rain Alpha!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! We can really make weapons with this?
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
Eat dirt!
Leave the charges to me!
Megastar Struck!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Far enough!
Dragon Form!
Do it! Lightning arm! Go, Halim!
All yours, Kisara!
Now!
Rending you apart!
There's always room for improvement.
No further!
Dragon Form!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Take this!
Another incantation ruined.
Double Demon Fang! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Eat dirt! Dragon Form! Here! You're mine! It's over!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Not a chance! Dragon
That's
Form!
not in your dreams! Talon Hurricane!
You're finished!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Not a chance! Leave the charges to me! Talon Storm! Far enough! Now!
Dragon Form!
Get your tucked away! I've been doing really great lately. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
It's over!
Elusive, you require
Freaking
pile driver! Can't get out of this!
Is it hot? Just back it out again!
You picked the wrong fight! Sword Ring Alpha! Double Demon Fang!
Glad you
Now
have your
you see what I
uses.
can do!
Dragon Form!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
I'm not done!
Come on along
Double
now!
Demon Fang! I'm ready!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Shattering you apart! Attack time!
Dragon Form!
Resonate with the air!
Sword Ring Alpha! Megastar
I'm ready.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
What's this thing?
They may look cute and stuff, but they're real.
Ready to go! Far enough!
Dragon Form! Sword Ring Alpha! Here!
Don't mind if I do.
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Pieces!
Eat dirt!
Dragon Form! Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Form!
Watch this!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I've still got a ways to go!
In a bind?
I'll end you!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Away!
Take this! It's over!
Negative 6!
Take this! I'm on! You're finished!
Talon Hurricane!
Megasonic Thrust!
Just let you all down.
In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
It's like a finely timed waltz.
An astral arch?
That's my cue.
Eat dirt! Shut him down! Not done! Dragon Swarm! I'm on it! Sword Rain Alpha!
No one gets my knee!
No escape! You're finished!
Benedict.
You're up! Sword Rain Alpha!
Talon Hurricane!
They really made us work for that one.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing.
Here I come!
Eat this!
It's over!
Watch it!
Here I come! You're finished!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. Elusive deity!
Resonate with the earth!
Take this!
Stalagmite!
I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
It's almost too strong! Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest! You're finished! Double demon! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Not a chance! Mirage!
Bloody hell!
The heavens must be smiling.
An opponent like this should be easy. It's over!
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Eat dirt! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Go away! It's over!
I really owe you one.
Sword Rain Alpha! Double Demon Fang! Take this! You're finished!
I'll finish you here and now!
In an instant! Impact Block!
Benediction.
Not a chance!
Talon Hurricane!
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Fly!
Take this!
I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky. Go no further!
Here I come!
Hey, when did I get
You
so
picked the wrong
popular?
fight!
Eagle Ray!
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
So fun!
Megasonic Thrust!
I can carve through armor!
Dragon Swarm!
Rolling snap! I'll finish you here and now! Begin!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Nothing like me!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
Seismic Rupture! I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
No chance! Dragon Swarm!
Eat this!
Sword Rain Alpha! Double Demon
Eagle
Fang!
Fly! Talon
Go!
Hurricane! Do it! Don't leave! Hey!
Blow them away!
I'm impressed you managed to keep up.
Don't patronize me. It'll be a breeze. Get it? And get out.
Take this! Take this!
In a bind?
Watch it! Watch it! That frickin' does it!
It's over!
Ready and ready!
You picked the wrong fight!
I can carve through armor!
Dragon Swarm!
Talon
Sword Rain Alpha! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
Dragon Swarm!
No complaints here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Denied!
It's over!
I'll face you.
Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come!
You're done! I'll finish you here and now!
Shield!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Lightning control!
Dragon Swarm! Take this! You picked the
We're in the
wrong
home
fight!
stretch, guys!
What you said? Eyes on the prize.
That focus?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
So I still had room to grow.
Hey, new equipment!
Got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even half.
Little help!
They got me flanked!
My watch!
Dragon Swarm!
In a bind?
Take this! You're finished!
Now you see what I can do!
Forward that came from!
It's over!
Hurricane!
You're mine!
That freaking does it!
They
Try harder!
Far enough!
I'm not done!
Felt fine not too long ago.
Not a chance! Struggle! It's time! You picked the wrong fight! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
That's on the way!
Not a chance! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
like a finely timed waltz.
Why thank you, your lordship?
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, let's not be hasty.
Try harder! Not a chance! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Swarm! Double me! In an instant! Impact block! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
So let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us? You're mine!
Lightning orb! The blocking part's
Now
their
you
weak
see what
point.
I can do! Just getting started!
Astral energy!
I'm not here! I won't lose. Not now, not ever! Here I come! Eat dirt!
Dance on the wind!
Lightning orb! Go charge fire!
They smite with blackened blade!
Dragon
Raging
Sword!
cascade! Blast!
Here I come!
Dance in the wind!
It's over!
Air thrust!
Heal!
I'm gonna need more of that medicine. Take try harder! My turn!
The everlasting
Okay.
darkness!
Don't mind if I... Ew.
Negative gain!
You're finished!
Bathed in blood! Rending you bloody howling!
Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Dance in the
Negative
wind!
gain!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on. Leave the charge
Yeah,
to me.
appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking,
Wide
the sooner
open.
you...
It won't escape me!
Far enough. Talent score.
That's been a smart...
Eat dirt!
Let us take to the front!
Dragon
Now,
Sword!
in the clue!
Sword Rain Alpha! Strike!
What would I do without prayer? Raging storm! Whoa!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take it in!
Take this!
Raging cycle!
Being interrupted.
Here I come!
Smite with blackened blade!
Lightning orb! Dance in the wind!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
Escape! Dragon Swarm!
In a box.
Here comes! Whoa!
Benediction light.
Take this!
Another incantation ruined.
Air thrust! One more time!
This one's all mine!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Who cares?
Benediction light. Forgive me. This is my...
Try harder! My turn! I'm not...
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt!
You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Benediction light.
Take this! Go! Finish!
Lightning orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging cascade! It's about to come at us! Look sharp!
Take this!
Lightning conduct!
It's over!
Watch yourself.
Thunderblade!
It's incredible power.
Sorry!
You'll pay for that!
That's quite, I'm
Benediction
sorry.
light.
There you go! I feel like me!
Thunder shield!
You're finished!
Raging cascade!
Eagle Fly! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane!
Oh, now we're talking! Take this!
Can't move! Not
can't move!
Bloody howling!
I'm gonna need more of that.
Raging Cascade! I can't hold on much longer! Art expert, coming through!
Denied!
Benediction light. Benediction light.
Don't mind if I do!
Heal!
Try harder! Now! You're mine!
Sometime.
It's over!
Can't move!
Couldn't make it in time.
Not my finest.
That's it. It's in your hands now.
Are we in over our heads?
Come on! It's not over till it's over.
You're right. We've made it this far.
Art expert, coming through!
Sloppy!
We're just trying to get past! Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
So let's show it how wrong it is. Is it trying to stop us?
Nothing gets
The
by
flashing
me!
part's their weak point! Here goes!
In a bind?
Here's an
Dragon form!
puddle!
Eat dirt!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine!
Sleep charge!
Far enough!
This will come in handy!
My head's just watch
Dragon
you!
form!
I'm gone! One more!
It's over!
Sleep charge!
I need something.
You need to be healed!
How the mighty have fallen.
Armor won't save you! Going in!
Here I come!
Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Dance in the wind! Air
Such
thrust!
tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
In a bind?
It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Alpha! Eat dirt!
The Tempest engulfs you!
Dragon swarm!
This one's mine!
Alpha! Here I come! You're finished!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Dance in the wind!
Tiger Blade! Now you see what I can do! Soaring blast! Eagle Ray! I'm gone! Going in!
Raging Cascade!
Here's the
Sleep now!
That did it.
Lightning condensed! Thunderblade! One more time!
Denied! I owe you one for that! Going in! Take this!
Get on in there!
Tiger Blade!
Astral energy!
Can't get out of this!
Whoa! Hey!
Look sharp! That's it!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Look
Take
sharp!
this! It's over!
It's changing tactics!
Eat dirt!
Have an ace up its sleeve?
Here goes!
Not a chance!
Photon dance in the wind! They're not playing around!
Ready and rare!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'll smash you!
From beyond!
You, this vanquished soul, was
This
mine!
one's mine.
Here I come! I'm not
Tiger
done!
Blade!
I
Dragon
still have to fight
form!
this in me.
Now we're not.
Get on in there with the others.
I'll take this.
Charge
Dragon
blade.
Swarm.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Eat dirt! Here I come!
Wind astral energy. Lightning condemned.
Sword rain out!
Dance in the wind. Air
Try
thrust.
harder!
Take this.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Dance in the wind. In here.
Armor won't save you. You're going in.
You're mine!
Tempest engulfs you.
Dragon Swarm!
Use this weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Engulfs you.
This one is almost in the bag.
Not done yet. Just slowing down.
Then it's time
In
for
a
you to
bind.
do what you do best. Thunder!
You picked the wrong fight!
Elusive deity.
You're mine!
Pile driver.
This one's mine!
The enemy is going all out! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Crush!
Lightning meteor!
Sword rain alpha!
Anything in order!
Negative gate.
Dragon Swarm!
Face might with blackened blade.
Raging cascade!
Take this!
Sweep now!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll be saving this
You're
one!
finished!
Air thrust! I can do this all day! Air thrust!
Let me free you of your power.
Air thrust!
Benediction light.
Light astral energy!
You're mine! You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
Sword rain alpha!
Benediction light.
Air thrust! Photon blast! Raging cascade! Arc seal!
Mega Ray!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle Chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Tohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings, let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Xion's waiting for us.
Get in, get out!
Confiscated!
Dragon Form! Sword Rain
Take
Alpha!
this!
It's a duel of the arts!
Armor won't save you!
You're mine!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
You're on! Take that! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now I'm in the groove!
Dragon! Great!
Hey! Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch!
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here.
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rinwell. Positive thinking is everything.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right.
Ow!
Take this! You're finished! Eat dirt!
Negative game!
Enough done! Dragon Form! Try harder! Take this! Try harder! My turn!
Leave the enemy arc to me!
No complaints here!
Here I come! Dragon Form!
Nothing gets by me! Far enough!
We did it! Take that!
Shattering! Do it!
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Armor won't save you!
You're on! I'm on Sword Rain Alpha!
In a bind?
Roll now! I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again. Right, here goes!
Don't mind if I do!
You're mine! Dragon Form! You picked the wrong fight!
Just back it out again!
Dragon Form! Can't end
Now you
here!
have your uses!
This is my fault.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Banana!
Another incantation ruined.
Not done yet!
Negative game!
Leave
Leave the target to me! Far enough!
Use too much.
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Not in your dreams!
You're on! Sword Rain Alpha!
I can carve through one!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! My turn!
Rolling strike! Stalagmite!
Lightning
Sword Rain
now!
Alpha! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alpin.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
You've collected an awful lot of those objects. You sure it's not just junk?
Hush. Be quiet for a moment. The pieces speak to me.
What?
These relics that have scattered about. I can hear them whispering, longing to reunite with their lost friends and become one again.
Really? Do you hear any voices coming from them, Rinwell?
What? No! Don't get me wrong. I'm really interested in these things too, but I'm not crazy.
But don't you sometimes mutter stuff like, "Come to me, astral energy," when you cast your arts?
You're right. Oh my gosh. Are Dohalim and I actually alike?
Its charm really shines through now that it's been reassembled. Its streamlined shape, its geometric patterns. This is no mere amateur's work.
He's in his own little world at this point.
You get just like him when it comes to weapons, you know.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Am I just like Dohalim?
Huh? Why are you guys so quiet all of a sudden?
I sense a strange power from this. Guess I misread the landing.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside, exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
I swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. Right. I remember seeing it from the cliffs in Calaglia, across the sea.
You mean Volron's castle?
Yeah, that must have been it.
Looks perfect.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Night, everyone. Another day, another gold.
I don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.